Hi, it's been a while. I haven't actually done a Payday 2 news video for over a month now. I don't count the birthday one because that wasn't really news as such, it was just a survey. But there's a few things I want to talk about, a few things I need to catch people up on, and a few things just want to discuss generally as to what's going on with Payday 2, with Overkill, with Starbreeze, everything that's been happening behind the sidelines and all that stuff. And I figured it was about time I got back and did a video, because as we know, last week I didn't actually upload one. I'm just back at university, and I'm trying to get used to everything, and that does mean occasionally things are going to get on top of me. So I do apologise for not putting one up last weekend. I do try my best to record things, but you know, sometimes I just don't have the time. But today, we've got some things that I want to discuss. There's some news with Starbreeze, some potential discussions with regards to the Switch version of Payday 2, nothing from Overkill's side, but I just need to discuss it at this point because it's been so long that really we need to talk about it because it's getting a bit concerning, and then a couple of other bits and bobs here and there. But before we get started, very quickly, a couple of things I just want to talk about with regards to the channel. First off, there is a Discord page. People do ask me about this for the channel, and I don't tend to mention it because I only made it because everyone asked me to, and I don't use it very much, but I'm trying to get into it more. But there's a link on screen now. I'm not a Discord partner, so I don't have a custom link, unfortunately, but that's a link to go to. It's a permanent link. It's also in the description of this video, so click on that or copy the link and put it into a web browser, whatever. You can go over, you can join, you can be a part of the community. I'm going to try and be on there more and try and post more, so stay tuned for that. And also, the channel has its own subreddit now because someone asked me if I minded if they made one, and I said, sure, go for it. So, there is a subreddit if you want to post your own memes, captions, whatever you want in that subreddit. I've basically said once we get enough stuff in there that's enough for me to make a video out of, I will go through the subreddit. But if you do have anything at all that you do want to post on that page and maybe get featured in a video, head on over to reddit.com/r/redarcherlive, R-A and L capital letters, and it's all one word apart from that, no underscores, no spaces, no nothing. So head over there and get posting, and you never know what you post may end up in a video at some point in the future. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is redarcherlive, and today we've got some Payday and Starbreeze news to talk about, so let's get into it. So let's kick this news video off by first off talking about Strabreeze Studios, the publishers of Payday 2, as I'm sure you all know, who are also the same company pretty much as Overkill. They're kind of interchangeable, but for the last 9 months, as a lot of you know, Starbreeze Studios have been in what's called reconstruction. It's a term basically that means that they're as close to bankruptcy as they possibly can be without actually being bankrupt. They're about to go under, so they pause a lot of their assets, they freeze a lot of stuff, and try and work on things behind the scenes to try and get the business back on track and stop it from going under completely. Now, as we know, they started this at the start of December, not long after Overkill's The Walking Dead released, to a very, very poor reception, and so they've been trying to get things right ever since. Reconstruction normally lasts 3 months, but they can appeal to the Swedish District Court, as they have done a couple of times now, and asked for an extension, and I did honestly think that they weren't going to do it this time, because the pattern they've seemed to follow is when they've needed to do an extension of the reconstruction, they've applied a month in advance every time. So if the reconstruction was going to end in March, they apply in February for the court to, you know, extend it. If they were going to extend it again, they would apply again a month before. I keep saying again, deal with it. So this time, I honestly thought they weren't going to extend it. I think you all know where this is going, because at the start of August, they did not appeal to the Swedish District Court for an extension. So I even posted on the channel saying they haven't asked for a re-extension, so I firmly believe that on the September the 3rd, they will come out of the reconstruction. But on the 30th of August, Starbreeze proved me wrong, and they posted again that they have appealed to the Swedish District Court for a third time to extend the reconstruction period. Now, I was hoping to make this video after the Swedish court had either accepted or turned them down, but unfortunately, it's now been 9 days since they did that, and there still isn't a reply from the court, which I thought was unusual, but I've actually looked, and the first extension, it took the court 8 days to reply, and for the second extension, it took the court 9 days to reply, so it's actually about on par. So basically, any day now, they're going to get a reply, and I'm probably going to miss it by a couple of hours or a day or so, a bit annoying, but I can't make the video any later than I am now, so I'm just going to have to go with it. And so I want to talk about what this means for Starbreeze Studios, and no, I'm not going to try and stretch this out as a massive explanation. I just think it's worth noting that this time they didn't follow their pattern. They did not do it a month before. Now, usually, if they do it a month before, that suggests to you that they know for a fact, going up to the end date of the reconstruction, that they're going to need more time. I'd wager that this time it took them so long to reapply and, you know, get it going again, because I think they thought they'd be ready by the start of September, which means I could say with pretty fair confidence, I would say, that this will be the last extension. Because I reckon they had a few things they wanted to finish off and sort out and finalise, and then they thought, right, let's get one more extension to make sure it's all in place. We can't quite finish it by the start of September, but we'll have it done by December. That's my logic, that's my thinking there. I think that might be the direction they're trying to go with this, but again, it's a very businessy thing. I don't know all the ins and outs of it. I could quite easily be wrong, so I'm open to discussion with you guys in the comments as always. Let me know what you think. Do you think it's just they were a bit slow? Did someone forget to apply? Or do you think there's more to it than that? Let me know and we'll get talking. I think personally it's to do with Payday Crime War. I think they're getting ready to release it worldwide after releasing it in several European countries about a month ago. So I think maybe they were trying to wait, and then as soon as they got our reconstruction, they would launch Payday Crime War worldwide, and they've probably thought, we're not quite ready to drop it worldwide, let's leave it a little bit longer and drop it in a couple of months. That's my logic, and I'd be interested to see what you guys think down in the comment section below, so let me know about that. Next thing to discuss is with regards to Payday 2 console updates. Now, a lot of people have joined the channel this year, and I appreciate that not everyone knows how I do things, but I want to make one big clarifying statement for people who know how I run this channel or who don't know. Whenever there is news for Payday 2 on console, I post about it. I either put it on the community tab if I can't get a video done fast enough, so make sure you're always checking that tab for news or have the channel notifications and you'll get those posts as soon as I make them, or I'll post a video. If I don't make a post on the community tab and I don't make a video roughly a day or two after it's come out, then bear in mind there probably isn't any news with regards to Payday on consoles. As soon as I get the news, I put it out as fast as I can, so please bear with me. Obviously, I'm not affiliated to Overkill, I have no direct connection to them. They know about me, we follow each other on social media and stuff, but I don't have any direct contract with them or anything. If they want to reach out to me and tell me about console updates, I've said it before and I'll say it again, Overkill, hit me up. Get me in with some of the information. I'd love to report more than just what's put in the Steam forums, but I don't have any direct tie at this moment to them, so I can't comment on what they're doing on the development side of things. Goris, the guy who normally tells us about everything, hasn't posted in the Steam forums for over a month. His last post was on August the 1st, which is when I made my last video that confirmed that an update is still in development and they're still working on more content for Xbox One and PS4. So once I hear anything other than that, I will let you know, but until then, it's just the occasional tweet from the Payday devs saying, we're working on a console update, sit tight, it'll be there soon, and that's all we've got to go off. So stay tuned, stick with me, and we'll have some news soon, very, very hopefully. I'm expecting an update probably towards the end of the year or sometime early 2020, so we'll just see how it goes, but hopefully that's my kind of my goalpost for where I think we'll see an update. But talking about Xbox One and PS4's Payday versions does bring me onto the Switch, and it's something that I wanted to cover because I've done this before and I've mentioned the Switch version where I think about it and all this stuff, and I get comments repeatedly, and I just want to clarify, the Switch has had no confirmation of an update. Overkill have said that they have a separate dev team working on it. Goris said there was a separate dev team that were developing DLC for it, but I've never had an official statement from Overkill that's confirming that an update is still in the works. So what I did was, I took to Twitter, I tweeted at them, I retweeted the tweet trying to get them to answer it, I had no reply. I posted in the Steam forums hoping Goris would reply, I got no reply. Now, I'm not trying to be vain or egotistical here, so please don't take this the wrong way. Usually when I tweet something about Payday, they either like it, retweet it, comment about it. It's very rare that I tweet something about Payday and they don't see it from my account. So it seems very convenient that the one tweet they don't see from me is about the Switch update. It could be by chance. It genuinely could be by chance they haven't seen the tweet. And I will retweet it later after I've recorded this just to see if I can get a response. And if they do respond, it's going to make me look like an idiot. But I think it's very intentional. I think there's something going on with Switch. I don't think Overkill are prepared to admit to it, but I do think it is quite possible at this point the Switch version may have been abandoned. I don't know. The problem is I don't want to start scaremongering people and have people rioting and thinking, oh my god, Overkill have abandoned Switch because Red Archer Live said so. But at this point, you've got to admit that considering the game's been out for a year and a half and there's been almost nothing going on, that it does get a little bit concerning. I mean, even Xbox One and PS4 had an update faster than this at this point. It took just over 400 days, I believe, before we got the big score update. It's been longer for Switch. It's not good. Even if they could have put just even out one heist, just release a heist, a character, something. They don't have Scarface on the Nintendo Switch. If they just put that over, that would have been enough. Just to prove that they were doing something. But we've had very little proof, and I've got to be honest at this point, my hopes aren't high. I hate to put it down on everything and to get people who play on Switch to be worried, but as far as I'm concerned, I would stop holding out hope for a new update. If one does come, then so be it. It's great, but I don't think it's coming. I have to be completely honest. I am really upset about it because I was personally thinking about getting a Nintendo Switch to play Payday 2. But if it's not going to get updated, I'm not going to bother because I'd be buying the console just for the game. And I'm not going to buy the console if I'm going to get a game that isn't going to get updated. I'm alright. I'm sorry. But again, if there is any news on that front, please do bear in mind I will talk about it. I will post about it on the channel, so please stay tuned. And finally, it's one more Payday themed thing to discuss. I just wanted to wish the best to Carl Lackner, who was the former art director at Overkill and Starbreeze. He was also the face of Dallas in the first Payday game, but he has chosen to leave Starbreeze and Overkill and venture out on his own. He tweeted a couple of days ago, simply saying, "Friends, as of today, I am no longer an employee of Overkill or Strabreeze Studios. I've decided to seize the moment, leap into the unknown, and do my own thing. If you're following me for Payday info, this is the end. If you weren't, let's continue the conversation." So, just wanted to wish the best to Carl, and if anyone wants to go and do that over on his Twitter account, feel free to go do that. I do hope it all works out for you, Carl, and a lot of us do as well. We all wish you the best, so good luck in everything that you do. But that about rounds off today's video. It's a few tidbits here and there of things to talk about. I wish I had something more solid to share with you guys, but at the minute, I just don't have a lot of info. I wish I did, but, you know, what can I do? I can't just make up news off the top of it, and I can't stretch videos out that I just have no point to them. So that's everything I've got. So Starbreeze is still in reconstruction, and I'm assuming the District Court will approve their final extension, because I think it will be their final one. I do firmly believe that. Switch news has been so non-existent that I don't think we're going to get an update. And finally, Xbox One and PS4 content is still in the works, and hopefully we'll have some more news soon. So stay tuned to the channel for anything related to either any of those topics, any of the three, and anything else regarding Payday and beyond. And you know, at this point, I will be posting about it if and when I hear about it. So please stay tuned, bear with me, and I will get videos out as soon as I hear there is news. But until then, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I'm sorry it took 2 weeks to come back to a regular weekend upload, and I'm sorry it's taken even longer to come back for Payday news, but if there's no news coming, it becomes very difficult to report these kind of things, as I'm sure you can imagine. You kind of run out and you worry what you're actually going to do. So I think very soon I've got another solo stealth I'm going to release. It's going to be the diamond. I'm going to redo it with new skills and perks, weapon builds and stuff, because a lot of you have asked me to revisit some of those older ones and make them more modern, so I will do that. I'm going to start a Minecraft series, I think, at some point. People have asked me about that, so I may well do that if Payday news continues to be quiet. You know, try and put some Payday themes in it, you know, make it exciting and try and keep Payday alive a little bit. And then finally, I will also be doing at some point a Raid World War II video or stream. I'm either going to return to it in the same way I did the Xbox 360 Payday video, or I'll live stream it. One or the other. Haven't quite decided yet. I feel like I might go more for the recording route, but I will just see. I'm not sure. I'll decide. But either way, thank you all for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, you know what to do by now. Please do consider giving the video a thumbs up, because it is always greatly appreciated and it helps me out a lot. And if you are new around here and you fancy seeing some more content, feel free to hit that subscribe button, because it's quick, it's free, and I will always love you for doing so. I can't remember whether I ever said thank you, so I'm going to presume I didn't. Thank you all very, very much for 12,000 subscribers. Very much appreciated. And if I have said thank you for it already, then ignore me. I can't remember. It's been a very busy week at uni and my brain is a little bit fried, so please forgive me if I've already said that once before. I have no idea. But either way, thank you all for watching, and the final port of call, as I always say, is if you do want to support me over on Patreon, you know how it works by now. There's a link in the description on the top right corner of the screen now, and donations are never expected but are always appreciated and always come back to support me and to support the channel, and I really do appreciate any of you who do take the step to do that and help me out. But other than that, thank you all very much for watching. I will see you all next week with a brand new video, and hopefully with a live stream later in the week. Until then, guys, look after yourselves, take it easy, and I will see you all very soon.